Ladies and gentlemen, what we are going to go through is the Word of God, the true Word of God. We are going to go through and finish off Bible prophecy. But we're not close to finishing yet. What I'm going to show you, we are going to look at this woman who rides on that beast, the scarlet beast. This rich woman who is seen riding on that dreadful beast. What we're going to go through, many people are going to be offended. Many Christians are going to be offended, but do not use that against me. This is the Word of God itself. We are looking at the Word of God. The clues which God gave to us in the book of Revelation, all we're doing is just putting them together. And then we come to the conclusion after we go through all the clues which God gave to us. No one should get angry at this. No one should be against the Word of God. But because many people have been following churches in certain ways, it will be difficult for them to accept the truth. The truth is going to hurt many people. As a matter of fact, Bible prophecy, many churches do not touch Bible prophecy. Many churches many preachers avoid going to Bible prophecy because they do not want people to become angry or feel offended. Though the truth may offend people, it must be told. So I'm asking for you to pay really close attention to what we are going to go through and examine, because this is the true Word of God, Bible prophecy.
Then one of the 7 angels who had the 7 bowls came and talked with me, saying to me, "Come, I will show you the judgment of the great harlot who sits on many waters, with whom the kings of the earth committed fornication, and the inhabitants of the earth were made drunk with the wine of her fornication." So he carried me away in the spirit into the wilderness, and I saw a woman sitting on a scarlet beast, which was full of names of blasphemy, having 7 heads and 10 horns.
There are the 7 heads and 10 horns again, which we already know represents the kingdom of Rome. So anytime we come across the beast with the 7 heads and 10 horns, that is the kingdom of Rome.
The woman was arrayed in purple and scarlet, and adorned with gold and precious stones and pearls, having in her hand a golden cup full of abominations and the filthiness of her fornication. And on her forehead a name was written, Mystery, Babylon the Great, the mother of harlots and of the abominations of the earth.
Now let's put the pieces together. We see this woman riding the beast, sitting on the kingdom of Rome, because that is who the beast is. Now let's put more points together. First, we need to identify what a woman represents in Bible prophecy. And one of the best texts which I can find to bring to your attention is in the book of Ephesians chapter 5, verses 24 all the way through 27. Listen to these words.
Therefore, just as the church is subject to Christ, so let the wives be to their own husbands in everything. Husbands, love your wives, just as Christ also loved the church and gave himself for it, that he might sanctify and cleanse it with the washing of water by the word, that he might present it to himself a glorious church, not having spot or wrinkle or any such thing, but that it should be holy and without blemish.
Interesting. So God's church is the bride of Jesus Christ. And there are those people who do not know what a church is. They consider the church to be the building. No, a church is not the building. The church is the congregation, the people who make up the family of God here on earth. The saints of God, the saints of Jesus Christ, they make up the church. So a woman in Bible prophecy represents the church, the bride of Jesus Christ, the pure church. For more evidence, let's go to Revelation chapter 19 verses 7 to 8.
Let us be glad and rejoice and give him glory, for the marriage of the Lamb has come, and his wife has made herself ready. And to her it was granted to be arrayed in the fine linen, clean and bright, for the fine linen is the righteous acts of the saints.
So there we have it. In Bible prophecy, a woman represents a church. God's true church is the virgin, the pure woman who is the bride of Jesus Christ. It's a pure church, the clean church. Now, in order for God to call his church a harlot, that means this church has wandered far off from where it's supposed to be. That means this church is corrupt both inside and outside. It is not close to God where it is supposed to be originally. So now we see this woman riding on the beast. We know this beast is Rome. Now this woman is riding this beast. She sits on it. Now before we get carried away, let's go and look at the characteristics of this woman. Point number one, she is sitting on a scarlet beast, on a red beast, having 7 heads and 10 horns, which is Rome. Point number two, this woman was arrayed in purple and scarlet and adorned with gold and precious stones and pearls, having in her hand a golden cup full of abominations and filthiness of her fornication. Clearly, by reading verse 4 of Revelation 17, we come to understand that this woman is rich. She is dressed in purple and scarlet, and she has all the precious stones and pearls. She is rich. Now what else does the Bible say about her? Well, in verse 5 of Revelation 17, these are the words that read, "And on her forehead a name was written, Mystery, Babylon the Great, the mother of harlots and of the abominations of the earth." Clearly, just by reading the name which is written on her forehead, we get a good description that she is a mother of harlots, meaning this woman gave birth to daughters, and all of her daughters are harlots, whores. Now let's go back and substitute everything all together now. This woman is no literal woman, but it represents a church. So this church is riding the beast, which is Rome. So this church is sitting on Rome, and out of this church came daughters, and all of her daughters are whores. They commit fornication with the kings of the earth. Now if we move over to verse 6, this is a very crucial point, so you better listen up to every single detail of it.
And I saw the woman drunk with the blood of the saints and with the blood of the martyrs of Jesus. And when I saw her, I marveled with great amazement.
Interesting. So this woman is drunk with the blood of the saints, meaning she killed the saints of God and she drank their blood. Remember and take note that this is not an actual woman. This is a church. So this church killed the saints of God. It was drunk with the blood of the saints. So what God is illustrating to us here is that this church has persecuted his saints, his people, his children. Are you beginning to see the picture now? This is the word of God. Before we draw the conclusion and summarize everything, let's go back now and put all the points together. Let's go look at more clues which God gives to us, because it will all make sense in the end. Perfect sense. Now before we move on, I just want to bring this to your attention, and I want to summarize this so far, what we have up to date. Now, we know that the little horn, the power of that little horn which we examined in Daniel 7, comparing that to the beast of Revelation 13 coming out from the sea, they are the exact one and the same power. Then the woman riding on that scarlet beast, that just made the vision much more clearer. It is all relating to the exact same power. These 3 different entities are all relating to one power. They are all the exact one and the same. Now here's the thing. In the book of Daniel 7, we were told that this beast, the little horn, would reign for exactly 3.5 years. We did the math and it equals 1260 literal years that the beast would reign for. Then after that it would receive its deadly wound. But the book of Daniel did not reveal that deadly wound. But when we went over to the book of Revelation, that little horn received the deadly wound. Then after some period, this deadly wound was healed. Then the world began to marvel at the beast. Now we go over to Revelation 17 and we find out about this woman. She is also drunk with the blood of the saints. She persecuted the saints of God. All one and the same power. These 3 different entities persecuted the saints of God for 1260 years. And then they received the deadly wound, and then eventually was healed. But listen really closely to what I'm going to go through. And what we are going to look at is going to be some more shocking information. All of these are clues which God gives to us to help us identify who the beast is, who this power is that God is speaking of. This is the one with the dreaded mark. So pay close attention to every single detail. And again, this is the word of God. I did not make these words up. It's the word of God itself, the divinely inspired word of God. Now, all of you who are watching this video, I'm asking for you to share all of this information with everybody. Share this information with all of your friends. Give it to them, let them all know the truth about the Bible prophecies which were made by God. Everything is accurate. You will soon find out that the Bible prophecy is accurate, perfect in every way.